Yo, what is up, everyone? What Citadel here. I had to drop by and talk about one of the most ridiculous episodes I've ever seen in television history, and that was tonight's season finale of The Walking Dead. The season 2 ending, the grand finale. It lived up to the hype, and I'm glad it did because, season 2 really wasn't a great season in my opinion. A lot of it was boring, particularly the first part of it. And before I get into that discussion, I'm going to mention this gameplay really quick. This is standard team deathmatch on hard hat, and it's a pretty nice gameplay. It's not my best, and the reason I posted it is because I never post this map hard hat, and you will never ever again in your life see me using the AK-47. I absolutely hate this gun. I think it's pretty worthless. It has the most ridiculous amount of kick. Granted, it has some power, but the kick just outweighs the positives of it. I just hate this gun, so this will probably be the last gameplay ever you'll see me using the AK-47, so I wanted to put it up because I get a really nice score, and I'm using a gun I absolutely hate, and it's a map I never posted, so had to toss it up. I think it's a pretty good gameplay. You guys will enjoy it. And before I get into this Walking Dead discussion, anyone who has not seen up until the Season 2 finale of Walking Dead, which aired today, do not watch the rest of this because I will spoil absolutely everything for you, and I will even dive into Season 3, so if you're someone that wants to be completely surprised with Season 3, I would stop watching right now as well. So Walking Dead Season 2, pretty boring season thus far. The second half certainly picked up quite nicely, but the first half was what a lot of people described as Little House on the Prairie, with a splash or two of zombies here and there. And I have to agree, I mean, most of the season was just them kind of living life on the farm, not doing a whole lot. Not a whole lot being accomplished. Some really nice character development. But if you're the type of guy that wants to see a lot of gunfights and zombies eating people's brains and biting people's arms off, this season really wasn't for you. It was pretty slow-paced, a lot of character development and a lot of free time on the characters' hands. Half of the season was them looking for the little girl who ended up being dead, so a lot of people will argue, that was just kind of a pointless part of the show that they showed. And I agree. I mean, the little girl was dead all along, so really what was the point of them wasting half of the season just looking for her if they weren't going to find her? It was kind of, I think, a cheap technique to flesh out the story, but you know what? It's okay. I really liked how the season ended. The second half of the season was amazing. The season finale, or you know what? The midway point finale when they let all the walkers out of the barn and shoot them down and find the little girl, I thought that was really nice. The Shane and Rick fight when they go to release the prisoner, that was really nice scene as well. And the Shane and Rick kind of conflict that we saw at the end of Season 2 was really great. I think that they killed off Shane a little bit too early. I think they could have fleshed that out a little bit more. But, I was really impressed with the writers killing off two main characters at the very end of the season and then leading us right into an insane season finale that started off with just a massive battle. The barn got burned down. The farm got totally overrun. Everyone left, met up on the interstate. I thought it was a extremely action-packed series finale. And no major surprise, none of the big characters died. And the reason being is that they killed off two of the big major characters last couple episodes. They killed off Del and they killed off Shane. So I wasn't surprised to not see any main characters killed off. They killed off a couple pointless characters like Jimmy, I think his name was, and then some woman that lived on the farm, but no one really cared about them, so they were just kind of expendable characters. And the big thing that happened this episode, obviously, is that we will not be on the farm anymore, so we will finally get to see some new landscapes, some new areas. It looks like we're going to be moving into the prison, which is a major story arc in the comic books. And some really good news if you like Walking Dead, if you like Season 1, is that the actor that played Meryl has been recast. So he is going to be coming back in Season 3. We are not sure what his role will be. I'm sure he's going to be related to the prison. He will either be one of the badasses there, or he might be a prisoner at the prison. Apparently there's some pretty brutal crowds that run the prison, and maybe Meryl will actually be the victim for once. That'll be kind of interesting to see. Remember, his hand got cut off, so he's going to be Darth Vader. He's just going to have one hand the rest of the season, and usually when someone has one hand, they're going to be the villain, so I don't know. You can probably guess Meryl will be the villain, and the governor is going to be in next season. I don't know a lot about him, but he's a very brutal bad guy. So I got to give this episode like 10 out of 10, man. It was a ridiculous episode. One of the best episodes of any television show I've ever seen. I absolutely loved every minute of it. I love the direction the show is going, and I can't wait to see where we'll be headed in the future. This prison story arc is going to be very, very nice. You're definitely going to get some new characters. Like I said, the governor. I hope the character that plays him does well, because that's really a central villain. He's going to be kind of what the show is going to be riding on. So I am out. I hope you guys enjoyed The Walking Dead. I'm probably going to talk about it some next season. It's one of my favorite shows now that Lost is over. It's one of my favorite shows to watch every week, and I'll definitely be doing some commentaries relating to it. I will talk to you guys later. Have a good night.